The reason HEX is superior is simply because it has actual product market fit. There is no yield on the planet, period. So everybody's looking for yield. Whether they know HEX exists or not is irrelevant. Everybody's looking for yield. Now, what you said earlier, right, about people allocating their last $10,000, $5,000, whatever have you, I'm just going to say once again, nobody is forced to stake anything. Okay? That's completely optional. Please. Nobody is forced to stake anything. Staking is optional. You want to buy HEX and not stake it? That's your problem. Nobody else's. Once again, as Dasbom has relayed numerous times, we're here to explain how it works. We're not here to tell you what to do with your funds. It's not our prerogative. In fact, we actually don't care. And if you understand the system fully, you would see that we're actually doing you a favor by letting you know how it works, because we lose out.
We lose out on yield.
On our daily payout. That's right.
Yep.
So we don't actually win by others entering the system, because the fact is, because we were in so early, let me finish, because we were in so early, we benefit the most because there's less people in the pool, right? If you go to a pool or a beach, you don't want to go to a packed beach or pool, right? You actually want some space. And this is kind of the same thing here, but this provides a real world solution that people actually need.
Well,
Now,
and my question on that is, you say that you lose out, and I assume you're saying that you lose out because of the dilution that you get as a result of inflation, right? So how has inflation impacted the price so far?
Dilution as a function of people entering the system, not inflation. Inflation is constant. It's always going to be the same here because it's designed to be the same.
But we're calculating value, in terms of like dollars and cents, right? Like return, when we're talking about return, and again, I don't want to get back into that value discussion, but we're talking about return here, and you're saying you lose out, but you lose out through dilution as a result of inflation, but that inflation isn't having an effect on price, right? What's having an effect on price is new people entering the market.
Buying and selling. That's what's
affecting price. And it's pushing it up.
Buying and selling is what affects price, not anything else. If people are buying and selling HEX, well, price is going to go up and down, just like it's supposed to. Now, if people are buying HEX and staking it, well, then supply is going to disappear. So price is going to go up even faster. Simple. If people are ending their stakes and they're selling their HEX, well, price is going to go down. Simple. This is a true market here. You've never seen anything like it because it honestly doesn't exist, because everything has a third party that's going to do whatever they want in a centralized exchange sense, right? If you've been in any market for more than a year, you know what I'm talking about. And if you haven't, then you're probably not going to know. But you see a lot of wash trading, a lot of this, a lot of that, a lot of third-party activity. Go ahead, Peter, if you want to jump in.
Yeah. In regards to inflation, HEX has a delayed inflation, because all the
deferred.
Okay, sorry. All the inflation only hits the market, can hit the market when people end their stakes, and HEX is another feature. We can see when all the stakes are ending, so you as maybe a small investor can look at the charts where the lowest amount of stakes are ending. So you can plan for the future behavior of the market, or you can guess. You can guess it. You cannot say that it will. The price will be higher at this point, because nobody knows. But you can guess that possibly this amount of HEX will hit the market, and you can plan for it.
Yeah, I think the thing you can't plan for is the 90% of liquid HEX, right? Like the 90% of the token supply, right, which is currently liquid, right? So you can plan around the 10% that's staked, right, and have some maybe predictability. But again, this sort of like wild card of the 90% liquid HEX that could hit the market at any time, that to me seems like something you can't plan for.
That argument exists in any other coin, and it's not specific to HEX. You have other coins that are.
It doesn't exist in every other coin.
What coin doesn't exist in?
Well, for instance, in Bitcoin, Satoshi only holds 6% of the total supply.
Wait. You're mixing up time frames. You're mixing up time frames here. You are comparing Bitcoin now to HEX in 10 years.
Yeah.
When Bitcoin launched in the very beginning, Satoshi owned 100% of the total supply of Bitcoin, of the circulating supply.
But what I'm saying is when we're talking about what people should invest in and whether or not they should buy Bitcoin versus HEX, right?
Yeah,
like we're talking
you're
about
making-
current market conditions, right? We're talking about opportunity costs.
Wait, you're running away with the point again. You made the argument that Bitcoin in the very first year is a bad investment because Satoshi was the only one mining it.
No, I mean,
This
at
is
the
your
time,
argument.
there was no market for it. You know, at
There
the time.
there was a market in 2009 in the Bitcoin forum on Bitcoin Talk.
Sure,
People
yeah.
were exchanging it peer to peer. They were mining it along with after Satoshi started mining his first few blocks and got things going. People started to mine it with their CPUs and started to exchange it for fun. And then the
And what
Bitcoin
I'm
pizza
saying is
came.
now you can anticipate like basically all the Bitcoins on the market. You know, there's 6% that's sitting in Satoshi's wallet that's never moved. But otherwise, you know, I'm saying the difference here is if I'm looking right now at like, do I want to buy Bitcoin or do I want to buy HEX? Right now, okay, there's 6% unaccounted for in Bitcoin. There's 90% unaccounted for in HEX. Right?
You know,
But in the market-
Mt.
but what
Gox's coins are coming up for sale here shortly. In the
Right,
next couple days.
and what
That would
percentage of
absolutely
the
tank
Bitcoin
the price.
supply do they tank the price? I mean,
You know, there's
it's
2,000
like
wallets
one-
that own 50%. Any one of those wallets that market sells all their coins on the market destroys the price of Bitcoin.
That's true. That is true.
It's the same. It's the same thing.